So I want to give an example of like a short term type of alchemy, and then I want to give you an example, and it's going to be extremely personal. And it will have a trigger warning, don't worry. But I want to give an example of like a short term form of alchemy. Okay. Say you are hitting snooze. Say you have to be at work at 8 o'clock every morning. You got to be there. And say you keep hitting snooze on that alarm. You just keep hitting snooze. Maybe you're not that late, but you're late. You're 10, 15 minutes late a day, and it's becoming an issue at work. Okay, so do we sit there and say, oh my God, my boss sucks so much? What is 15 minutes to her? Why does it matter? It's just 15 minutes. Do we do that? Or do we say, you know what, maybe I should go to bed 30 minutes earlier? Maybe I need to practice better sleep hygiene. Like, what is going on within me that I can't seem to make it to work on time? And so then we start setting those positive habits. One of the things I like to do so that I don't hit snooze is I will plug in my phone across the room. That way I have to like physically get up and go turn it off, and by the time I've done that, I'm good. This is crazy. There's an app on your phone and it's an alarm. And in order to get the alarm clock to go off or turn off your phone, you have to solve like 5 math problems. They're easy, but it's like just to get your brain going, right? I've never had to use that, but I had a friend of mine telling me about it because he was constantly snoozing. We can, especially if you're in a city, say you live 15 miles from work or 15 minutes from work, don't leave 15 minutes before work. Leave 30, maybe even 40 minutes before work, because you never know what's going to happen on the road. So that's a small example of taking something negative and turning it into like a superpower, or turning it into something positive for yourself. 1, you're getting better sleep hygiene. 2, you're teaching yourself responsibility. 3, you're taking accountability for yourself because it's not your boss's fault you're late every day. You can bitch about it all you want, but at the end of the day, you signed on your offer letter, they told you what time to be there, and if you're not there, you're breaking that offer letter. It's teaching you habits as to how to get up early in the morning when you're just not a morning person. And so you've taken this thing of where I just can't seem to get up in the morning, and now you have all of these positive habits that you've either built or you're in the process of building, and that is one example of how you can turn, a negative experience or a negative energy and turn it into something positive. Another thing about energy is energy likes to match energy. I don't really love this analogy because all throughout the day, we experience all sorts of different kinds of emotions. Within, say, a 10-hour day, you can be mad, you can be happy, you can be joyful, you can be sad, So I don't like to be like, oh, he's in a energy of guilt, so he's just in a low energy. What it comes down to is, where is your baseline? Where are you usually at in that? Like, where are you existing most of the time? Because if you're existing in guilt most of the time, maybe it's guilt over something you really and truly did, or maybe it's something someone told you one time and it was a lie and you believed them. The best way to know is the voice in your head that you talk to yourself with. Whose voice is it? Is it your mom's? Is it your dad's? Is it your grandma's? Is it someone who was kind to you? Is it someone who was cruel to you? Do you do a lot of negative self-talk? Do you call yourself names? Or when you make a mistake, do you just say, oh my God, that was silly. Come on, Jess, you know better. You know, just joking with yourself? Or do you literally like, oh my God, Jessica, you're such a piece of shit. Like, why can't you ever get anything right? If that's the voice that's in your head, that's not your voice. And it never belonged in there in the first place. And so what has happened is somewhere along the line, someone lied to you. They treated you in a way that made you feel like you were less than. You were inherently born with worth. Every human being is like, it's like being born with a head. Like I mean, I guess in horrible cases, could that happen? I don't know. Anyway, you were born with a head, right? There's no question about it. You were born with a head. There's absolutely no question about it. The same goes with your self-worth. You were born with self-worth. Now, you might have been dealt a hand of cards that weren't exactly great. Say you grew up in a negative or toxic family system or foster care, or were raised by people who just didn't really give a crap. These people cannot see the self-worth in themselves, therefore they can't recognize it in you. That doesn't mean that it's not there. That's not what that means. It just means that these people don't see it in themselves. People who see it within themselves would never treat someone else as if they had no self-worth. Like when you see it in yourself and you know it in yourself, then you already know, you see it in others. It's like a mirror reflection. You just see it. That is not to be confused with letting someone abuse you. If there are a few times in life that we're allowed to opt out, okay? And there are a few times in life we're allowed to say, you know what, fuck you. Whenever it comes to abuse, manipulation, coercion, drug abuse, active drug abuse, whenever these things are happening to you or around you, okay, you can recognize that this person has self-worth, but you do not have to stick around that. In fact, you should not stick around that. You opt out immediately, especially when it comes to abuse, and I am not talking about hitting. I am talking about someone who degrades you, someone, and please never think, oh, well, he can't see self-worth in himself, so I can teach him to see it. You can't. You can't. The only way this person is going to learn that is through psychotherapy. Pray to God that they go. They probably won't. But this is about your journey, right? This isn't about anyone else's. You can notice and appreciate and namaste someone else's self-worth without allowing them to abuse you or be in your life. And that's whenever you say, you know what? I wish you nothing but peace, blessings, love, and happiness, but I'm cutting this shit off because it no longer serves me, and maybe I can see the self-worth in you, but you clearly don't see it in me. And so I'm not going to be around people who don't uplift me, encourage me. I'm not saying you have to be around people who are like, rah, 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 Jessica, all the time. But you need to be around people who, one, are authentic, and two, who genuinely want to see you succeed, genuinely are there for you if you need them, and that you're able to be there for them too. The friends that you want in the world, become that person yourself, and I promise you will find friends.